And we're back. Let's see if we can avoid any, shall we say, undefined behavior. Shall we? And this is recording? Yes. Okay, good. Before I start making mistakes. So we are going to put that back to a char. And we're going to come back up here. And we're going to completely delete this. There's something that we're going to use in place of it. And that is the int86 instruction, which also is in dos.h, which we've already got included. So what we're going to say is union regs, because dos.h defines a union for representing the registers. And then we say regs.h for half-sized, ah equals 0x, 0f. And then we int 86 0x10, and we're going to pass it our regs for input, and we are going to pass it our regs for output, and then we're going to return regs.h.al. And that is going to replace all of that. Oh, how do I sod it? Edit. Cut. There we go. So, that tiny little function is going to do... basically what we're going to do is... what we're doing is we're setting up a register structure and then passing it. There's a little bit more overhead, but it's also a lot safer, which, you know what? I probably should write safe code. Because DOS, as we saw last time, does not protect you. So AH is, for most interrupts that support multiple functions, which is most of them, AH is generally agreed upon as being your actual function name, like the function ID. And then we're going to hit AL for this is our mode. And as you can see, it's the same thing we did down there. So let's go ahead and cut that. And then all we got to do is edit, copy, edit, paste. And there we go. And this should be a lot safer. It's also going to prevent it from compiling into TASM, which means we shouldn't need any ASM files anymore. Okay. Cross your fingers, folks. Look at that, OS mode 3. Okay. Oh, ooh, and then we got that back. What is going on here? Is it because of this? Let's comment this out. Okay, good. Just checking my number pad. File, save. Let's go ahead and quit out, and then rerun. Because I am saying video.mode equals that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and set that to unsigned. Char get video mode. Yeah, I'm not sure what that bug is that we're seeing. It could just be a bug with what's it called? But I have to assume it's something's going kind of bonkers with that. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and close that for right now. Let's come down to video quit. We're going to restore the video mode and then printf. OS mode equals %d, and actually I should put it as %x. And we'll say video.osMode. It's possible that our I'm wondering if this line of code is actually overwriting it because we're not correctly defining the type of pointer there. Which actually, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, we're also going to size equals %d \n, and we'll say size of video. So, file, save, compile, make. Run. Okay, OS mode is 3, so that's good. And then, you know what, file, quit. I want to see what happens if I run it out here. Failed to set video mode. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. That would explain what's going on with our video buffer. Okay. So let's see what happens if I don't run this with our corrupted display. It's really interesting that that's happening. I'm not accustomed to that. Okay. OS mode is 9. So what is going on? Let's see. OS mode is 9. Get ch. Printf. We'll say %x equals %x. And we'll say get video mode and mode. Okay, compile, make. There we go. Get us back to where we're supposed to be. So hit Gorgon. OS mode is 3. 3 equal 9. What? Do I need to do that? File, quit. Oh, I forgot to compile it. Though, notice our graphical glitches have gone away. That's a good thing. I've reinitialized something somewhere. Okay, OS mode is 3. 3 equals 9. And Alright. Sanity check time. File save. I'm wondering if I've just been, like, talking out my ass now for 5 minutes. I'm, like, legitimately losing my faith in myself right now. Like, what's going on? Okay, OS mode is 3. 3 equal 9? It still says thank you for playing. Why does it say thank you for playing? Okay. I'm going to say if get video mode doesn't equal mode, return 1. Otherwise, return 0. And I'm also going to say printf 1. Again, as a sanity check, because I swear I'm starting to lose my sanity here. Like, everything I've ever come to know about C++ is it's a lie, it's a sham, I don't know what's going on. I need a quick pick-me-up in the form of some cherry Coke. Okay, now that's working. Alright, alright. So then let's set video mode. Let's let that actually happen. So, compile, make, run, OS mode 3, 9 equals 9. Excellent. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so we can get rid of all of this. Real quick, before we go any further, let's see if we can do that. It might actually be... No, I think it is. I think it is the B bank, because Tandy uses the same memory layout as CGA. So let's... Now that we've set that, let's go ahead and just see what happens. Okay. So there you go. It's taken me 2 friggin' videos to set up to set up friggin' video display. Cut. Okay. Cut. And then we'll come down here and we'll get rid of these 2 print statements. Okay, file, save. Okay, thank you for playing, failed to set video, and if I go here, thank you for playing. Okay. Alright, so back on task, what we were doing. Okay, so we're successfully going into our video mode, which means that the next thing we need to do is we need to put something on the screen. Now, we could always just draw, a solid color or a line. We've printed text to the screen, which is great, though, nobody wants to be stuck printing text to the screen using the default font, especially as you need all sorts of extra libraries to locate it and what have you. It's just, it's no fun. So what we're going to do is I've actually got a file prepared somewhere. Where did I put it? Here we go. I think I found it. this should be 4 bytes on top of 320, or 32,000 I should say. So let's copy that, and we're going to plop that right into our dev folder. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot this. This actually supports mouse. I'm not going to be using the mouse though. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to reopen our header file. And we need to add in a line, which is void, and we're going to say v will show screen, and we'll give it a screen ID. We'll go ahead and save that, edit, copy. Go ahead and close the messages window. Let's go into video and edit, paste. So now what we're going to do, we actually need to get all the way back up to the top and include stdio again. So that we have our file structure equals fopen res0.dat if f equals null, return otherwise. Now, the actual structure, I believe, has a 2-byte file ID and then a 2-byte count. I don't think I've got hex dump on this. Let's see. Let's see. Save all. No, I don't want to save. Quit. Okay, so Control 5. Do I have hex dump? No, I don't. Do I want to worry about text dump on here? No. So you're going to have to trust me here. I know. After the past little bit, that's probably a lot easier said than done. But what I can do is I can go and look up the code for my old tool that generates these files. So let's see. Process bundle, blah, 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 blah. What's header? 00. Okay. Do I have that defined somewhere? Okay, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and do this the fun way. We're going to... we'll go ahead and say int I. And because this is old school C, I can't do that. I have to have this up here. And then go f read. And I believe it's pointer first. So I, 1, 2, F. And then we want this line twice. Copy. Edit, paste. And then what we want to do is we want to cycle for 200 lines. So we're going to say I equals 0, I is less than 200, I plus plus. And since we're in Tandy mode, so Tandy has an interesting graphics memory layout when you're working in 320 by 200. So what they did, so CGA had every other line in 320 by 200 was a different memory chip. So one was at, I think it's 0B1000, and then the next one's at 0B2000, I want to say. Well, or it might have been like 4000. Well, Tandy does the same thing to achieve the 320 by 200 with 16 colors as opposed to 4 colors. Uh, Only it has, because it needs twice as much memory, it has 2 extra banks. The banks flip-flop back and forward every other line, or I should say every 4 lines. They cycle through each one. So we're actually going to need, I guess honestly, this value is not really useful. Cut, which means that I can get rid of this code. Cut. Because we're actually going to need Tandy specific code, and I'm going to need 4 addresses. So unsigned char star, and we're going to call this Tandy. We're going to give it 4. And we're going to say Tandy at 0 equals MK FP. And we're going to put that as 0xb1230. What have I just pressed? I'm using modern shortcuts instead of traditional shortcuts, and it's getting me into trouble. Paste. 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 Alright, let's go ahead and get that aligned. Alright, so I want to say it's 4, 8, and C are the 4 banks. Oh, and I need to actually increment the index. That would be helpful. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to how do I want to do this? Alright, we are going to... What's a good way to do this? I can't do a just fread directly into video memory because the default fread, I think, actually doesn't... It doesn't communicate between the file or the drive controller and the video memory very well. I think that might be a timing thing, and I do think it just fails in DOSBox, but I know I've also had issues doing that kind of a direct write from the hard drive when working on actual hardware. I don't know about Tandy 1000 specifically, but I do know with like EGA it tends to throw a fit. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a buffer. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need a static variable, which is char, and I need this to be 32K. So let's go ahead and call it buffer. We'll call it vBuffer, and we'll call it 32,000. So then what I need to do is edit cut, edit paste, then we fread, and actually I don't need the end because, yeah, anyways. So this is going to be 3200, and we're going to pull it from F, And then we can fclose, f. And then what we'll do is, how do I want to do this? How I want to do this is I'm going to need a second variable. Oh, no. No, I don't. No, I don't need that. I should be able to do memcopy at this point. So, yeah. So what I do is I say memcopy. Oh, I do want a unsigned char star VB equals VBuffer. Because what I'm going to do is I think it's destination first. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And that's in string.h. Destination first, then source. Okay, so we're going to do destination, which is going to be Tandy at I and 3. I hope that works. I think with the size that I'm at, that should work. Anyways, then we'll say VB, and we will do, what is it? It's 160 bytes, I think. And then VB plus equals 160, Tandy at I and 3 plus equals 160. We'll see how well this works. Okay, file. Save. One thing you get used to with DOS is it's always going to be an amount of experimentation. None of your code is going to work perfectly the first time. That's just life. And it gives you a good set of skills to kind of go through and... Oh, right. Read binary. Save. Make. And if you're wondering what, because there's a warning there saying parameter ID is never used. If you're wondering what that's for, that will become useful as we go forward. So let's see if this works. No, it did not. Okay. I defined a J up here, right? No, I didn't. Alright, time to do this the slow way. Edit, cut. So we're going to say Tandy at I and 3 equals VB. Let's do 4. J equals 0. J is less than 320. Oh, sorry, 160. J plus plus. God, you know what? I just realized I've been stupid. I don't have an undo button back in this era. Memcopy Tandy at I and 3 VB 160 VB plus equals 160. Tandy at I and 3 plus equals 160. Of course it's not going to run. Who forgot to call the function? Boy, that would have helped. What did I call that? Show screen? We'll just say 0 for right now. Okay, compile, make exe. Oh, I'm such a muffin. Alright. So let's see what happens. This is probably going to break everything, but... Well, I mean, it's a thing. It worked better. Okay, well, let me do some quick math. So, I think I know one thing that went wrong. Where's F6? I think this is actually supposed to be 2, 4, and 6. Compile, make... Ba, 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 ba. Maybe it's B8, BA, BC, and BE. Hold on one second. Well, that's definitely interesting. I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get, but I'm getting something. I think this is going to require a little bit of research because clearly I'm doing something stupid. So when I come back, we'll have something better. All right? Until then, talk to you later.